Hello everybody and welcome back to the Fantasy Football Fix YouTube channel, where today FPL Phillips myself is bringing you another daily update on the latest price rises and price falls happening today and in the next couple of days, so you can help yourself improve your team value and price change your way to that top 10k using Fantasy Football Fix's amazing price change tool. And there's not that much going on today in terms of transfers, but there are a few that I do really want to cover. Lukaku and Dennis were in last night's video, so if you want a bit more in depth in terms of statistics and stuff, go ahead and check that one out. I know it's quite a few alternatives to a few of each player and whether I think going for them is the way forward in your fantasy teams. But yeah, both of them didn't quite rise last night, as I said in the video, and so yeah, they look still certain to rise tonight, and both are just above the 100% threshold to rise tonight. So yeah, they're rising still at quite a steady progress per hour. I'd be a bit more confident in them rising tonight, but yeah, there still might not be a way, but not many rises at all. The only other one there that you can see is Virgil van Dijk, who I'm going to cover a little bit of because I was looking at some statistics and there's some surprising stuff there. Van Dijk is joint for shots in the league with any other defender. He's higher than any other defender in the league. He's joint only with Shane Duffy of Brighton. They're both on 10 shots so far this season, which is a very interesting statistic. However, Van Dijk's only managed one on target, with Duffy working the keeper 3 times, and Alonso topping the charts for shots on target amongst defenders so far this season with 4. So yeah, Van Dijk not being as clinical perhaps, but as a centre-back, we're seeing a lot of centre-backs quite high up in the big chances, in the shots, as you tend to see from efforts and set pieces, such etc, etc. 0 of Van Dijk's 10 shots on target were actually considered big chances, and his XG is only 0.29, which isn't a terrible score, but for comparison, it is slightly higher than Shane Duffy. However, it's nowhere near the likes of Sadio, Cancelo, Alonso as well, who are registering scores near and just above, for some of them, the actual 0.70 mark. So yeah, quite a big gap, significant chunk of gap between the Dutchman and the rest of some fullbacks who are also doing very well. As is kind of the tradition with FPL, it tends to be the fullbacks that lead the way and make it into our defences above any centre-backs, usually as a general rule. Liverpool, in terms of fixtures, face City and United in the next 4 games, so it'll be interesting to see how they go and how they perform against the 2 teams only just behind them in terms of XG so far this season. Liverpool are topping the charts with Manchester City in 2nd and Manchester United in 3rd for expected goals. Liverpool, in terms of expected goals against, are the 3rd strongest in the league, only I think behind Manchester City and Brentford. So yeah, very interesting there. It's going to be tough to see, and it's going to be hard to see, you know, how Man United play against Liverpool. Are they still going to see these Liverpool and United derbies that we see over the years with quite conservative play from Manchester United? It's tend to have been. Maybe with Ronaldo back, they'll have a more going forward, trying and attempting to get forward. But I'm very excited to see Van Dijk go up against Cristiano Ronaldo. That will be a battle that I'm not sure many people ever thought we would see in the Premier League. But yeah, very interesting indeed. And then other than that, there aren't any other players. Mohammed Salah is there, but I want to talk about Gallagher of Crystal Palace, who looks set to rise tomorrow in price. You can see all the relevant data on stream. He's rising at 0.5% per hour, and so it looks like he's set to rise in price tomorrow night. So no need to jump on tonight if your point one off a move in for Gallagher, but I'm going to talk a bit about whether I think he's worth the investment now. Anyway, Gallagher is the 3rd highest scorer amongst all midfielders in the game, in the league, in terms of XG. He's only behind Mohammed Salah and Sadio Mane, who are both double his price, which is absolutely insane. He's 6th highest amongst all midfielders as well for expected FPL points, which is absolutely crazy. I never would have thought that. He faces Brighton, Leicester, Arsenal, Newcastle and Manchester City away in the next 5, which aren't very brilliant fixtures in terms of attacking wise, which is why I think his predicted point score is so low, which we'll get onto in a minute. The likes of Brighton, Manchester City, we know, Newcastle and Leicester, Arsenal haven't been defending brilliantly, but yeah, his predicted points total across the next 6 game weeks is only 17.7 points, and you may think, how does that compare? In comparison, Mohammed Salah's the one who tops the charts for midfielders, priced 6.5 or under, and his total is 26.2, so quite a significant away ahead of Gallagher's 17.7, so it seems a bit measly. However, From game week 11 onwards, they have quite a nice fixture on Crystal Palace. They face Wolves, Burnley, Aston Villa and Leeds in 4 successive games. So maybe could be jumping on Gallagher for a short period of time there. Or people who were wildcarding around that time may choose to jump on him too. Or jump on him in game week 11 and then taking him out on a game week 15 wildcard could also be a very nice possibility for managers this year. But yeah, it's very tough in that midfielder bracket of 6.0, 6.5 down to 5.5. There's even the likes of Damari Gray. You know, there's all these Decorays we're even considering. And yeah, at the top of that bracket, Rafinha, Salah down at 6.1. There's a lot of options and it's going to be very hard to pick between them, especially with even with Traore being kind of ruled out and discarded by a lot of managers now. It'll be inevitable that when people start transferring him out, he'll probably start firing and we'll have to bring him back into consideration as well. But yes, Salah himself looks like he could be set to rise tomorrow night as well, so a double rise could be on the card for the Watford man after his brace in game week 5, which probably was quite a long time coming. I did note him in my watch list over on the FPL Phillips channel. Speaking of the FPL Phillips channel, you can go down into the description and check it out if you want to. We're really trying to work our way towards that 4,000 subscriber mark, so that'd be absolutely amazing if you guys could go down and subscribe to the channel if you've made it this far in the video. Absolutely kudos to you. Thank you for tuning in and listening once more. A quick reminder before the end of the video that price changes are not an exact science and they can alter very quickly. So the best way to stay up to date is head over to the website yourself, the price change predictor. It's very simple. All you have to do is click the link down in the description, or you can navigate your way to fantasyfootballfix.com yourself. But yeah, absolutely easy to find your way over there. You can check all the way up until when the price changes happen, which is the best time to do it. As said, all this data is forever changing as managers change their minds and managers decide what to do with their transfers for the upcoming game week 6. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed. I'll catch you later. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.